वेव ऑप्टिक्स इस चैप्टर से आज का अपना टॉपिक है कंडीशन फॉर ब्राइट एंड डार्क फ्रिंजेस, डिटर्मिनेशन ऑफ पोजीशन एंड इंटेंसिटीज ऑफ फ्रिंजेस और फ्रिंज विड्थ। तो चलो शुरू करते हैं। फर्स्ट पॉइंट, कंडीशन फॉर ब्राइट एंड डार्क फ्रिंजेस। इसमें हमें कंडीशन देखना है ब्राइट फ्रिंज की और डार्क फ्रिंज की। तो पहले हम ब्राइट फ्रिंज की कंडीशंस देखते हैं। उसके लिए सपोज दिस इज द वन ऑफ द सेटअप। इन दैट सेटअप this S1 and S2 are the two sources. The both sources can send the waves in that medium and they get interfere according to principle of superposition of waves. And if we place this is one of the screen, so on that screen we get alternate dark and bright fringes. So here we consider, suppose at point S there is a bright point. So how bright point is obtained? It is because of the both waves arriving from S1 and S2 reaching at point S are in phase, means there should be a constructive interference. तो इसी को हम देखते हैं। Suppose here the source S1 will send the waves toward the S, source S2 will send the waves toward the S, means both sources can send the waves toward the point S and reaching at point S. But the distance travel from S1 to S and distance travel from S2 to S are not same. Then and then the both waves reaching at point S are in phase. How is it possible? This is the condition for bright fringe. And that condition is what? When that two sources will send the waves and if in between them the path difference is an integral multiple of wavelength, then the both waves arrive at point S are in phase, means there is a constructive interference, means obtained point is a bright. So we write the condition for bright fringes as, for constructive interference a fringe is bright if the path difference between the two beams arriving at a point is an integral multiple of wavelength. So we write as path difference is always equal to 0 or path difference is always equal to lambda or path difference is always equal to 2 lambda, 3 lambda, like this. So in general form we write as path difference is equal to n lambda, where the values of n will changes from 0 to n. Now this is the condition for bright fringe. Similarly, we can see the condition for dark fringes. We always familiar with this figure. In that S1 will send the waves in the medium and reaching at point S. S2 is also send the waves and reaching at point S. Means both sources will send the waves and reaching at point S. If both waves are reaching at point S are out of phase, then the interference is destructive, and as there is a destructive interference the point is bright. But now consider here the distance travel from S2 to S and distance travel from S1 to S are not same. So how they are coming at that point are out of phase. So the condition is that is the path difference between them is the condition. And if the path difference between them is an odd integral multiple of half wavelength. If the path difference is an odd integral multiple of half wavelength, then the fringe is the dark fringe. For destructive interference, a fringe is dark if the path difference between the two beams arriving at that point is an odd integral multiple of half wavelength. So we write it as path difference is equal to 1 multiplied by lambda by 2, 3 multiplied by lambda by 2, 5 multiplied by lambda by 2. Here is the 7 multiplied by lambda by 2. Means lambda by 2 is the common and their coefficients are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, etc. are the odd integral multiples to the half of wavelength. So in general form, we write it as path difference is equal to n plus 1 half lambda. If we put the values of n is from 0 to n. The same statement we also write as like this. The path difference is equal to n minus 1 half lambda, where the value of n will changes from 1 to infinity here. So in this way, we get the dark fringes, and for that the condition is for destructive interference, a fringe is dark if the path difference between the two beams arriving at that point is an odd integral multiple of half wavelengths. Now this is the condition for dark fringes. दोस्तों अभी अभी हमने कंडीशन फॉर ब्राइट एंड डार्क फ्रिंजेस देखा। यहां पर डार्क एंड ब्राइट फ्रिंजेस उनकी इंटेंसिटीज डिनोट करती है, और जो इंटेंसिटीज डिनोट कर रहे हैं पॉइंट्स और फ्रिंजेस जो इंटेंसिटी डिनोट कर रहे हैं डार्क या ब्राइट और इन बिटवीन देम, सो they are at particular positions from the central bright point or from the central bright fringe. So we determine here the positions and intensities of that fringes by mathematical method. Here is a slit AB. That slit AB has two openings, that both openings are linear openings and both linear openings are parallel to each other, as well as that both openings are very close to each other, so that two openings will act as the two sources of light. Both light sources are linear sources, and the distance between that two sources is the small d. In front of that slit AB, we place the screen. So whenever the sources S1 and S2 will send the wavefronts in the medium between slit and screen, so according to principle of superposition of waves, both waves get interfere and we get the interference pattern on the screen, and which consists of alternate dark and bright fringes. Now consider the screen which is at a distance capital D from the slit. As the source S1 will send the waves and reaching at point S, similarly the source S2 will also send the waves and reaching at point S. Means we can say that both light sources S1 and S2 can send the waves and reaching at point S. The point S may be dark or point S may be bright, and this is depends on its path difference that we saw earlier. So therefore, how we can determine the path difference between them? If we draw a perpendicular bisector to S1 and S2 as OR. So therefore, distance S1 to O is half of that D, while distance O to S2 is also the half of that D. So both will combine, so we get that total distance S1, S2, and that is the small d. Now here, this point S, it may be bright or dark, and which is at some distance from central bright point. Here is the central bright point, and let that distance be y. So for that, we have to determine the path difference. So we made the small arrangement, that is draw the two parallel lines which is from S1 and S2 to the line OR as shown in figure, and that two parallel lines are S1P and S2Q. So we can find the path difference, and the path difference is S2S is the first path, or it is the greater path, and S1S is the small path, and if we take the difference between them, so that difference we call it is the path difference. So path difference is equal to S2S minus S1S. Now that distance we have to find mathematically or geometrically from the given figure. So consider in triangle S2Q, that triangle S2Q, this is one of the right angle triangle, and as it is the right angle triangle, so we apply in that triangle as a Pythagoras theorem. So according to Pythagoras theorem, we write as this hypotenuse S2S square is always equal to S2Q square plus SQ square. The distance S2Q is always equal to that D, while that SQ is this distance, that distance is always equal to sum of this Y plus RQ. The total distance S to Q is the sum of this Y distance and RQ, while this RQ is the D by 2. So we write this as D square plus Y plus D by 2 bracket square. We call it is equation number 1. Similarly, we can see in triangle S1P. This is also the one of the right angle triangle. In that right angle triangle, we also use Pythagoras theorem. So according to Pythagoras theorem, we get S1 square is always equal to S1P bracket square plus SP bracket square. So we write as S1S square is equal to S1P square plus SP square. Here also, this distance S1P, that is S1 to P, that is always equal to D, while this distance SP is the subtraction of that distance y from this distance PR, while that PR is the half of small d, and we get that is the SP. So we write as d square plus y minus d by 2 bracket square, that is the equation number 2. Here we have to determine this is the path difference S2S minus S1S from this equation and this equation. So from equation 1 and 2 we write as, or we simply call, if we subtract equation 2 from equation 1 we get S2S bracket square minus S1S bracket square, means equation 1 left side minus equation 2 left side. Similarly on the right side, equation 1 right side minus equation 2 right side. So we get the equation which is shown on our screen. This equation we got. Now we just simplify. We keep that left side as it is and we subtract this whole bracket from this bracket, so that d square will becomes minus due to this one, and that whole bracket will also becomes minus with the help of this minus sign. So we get S2S bracket square minus S1S bracket square is always equal to this value minus this value, because that d square and this minus d square will get cancelled. Now we expand that right sides by using our identity. Here we use a plus b bracket square and here we use a minus b bracket square. So we get the next step, S2S bracket square minus S1S bracket square is always equal to first term square, that is y square, the first and second term multiplication and its double we get it is the yd, and the second term square we get this one. Similarly from this one we get that bracket. With the help of this negative sign, this y square becomes negative, it becomes positive, and that is becomes also negative. So therefore that y square and this y square will get cancelled. This d square upon 4 and this d square upon 4 is also get cancelled. So remains that is the yd plus this yd. We get it is S2S bracket square minus S1S bracket square is equal to 2 times yd. Now here we see the left side of that equation is that bracket we call it is the a and this bracket we call it is the b. So we get a square minus b square. So we use here the expansion of a square minus b square as a plus b into a minus b. So we get it as S2S plus S1S into S2S minus S1S. Now here we have to determine that S2S minus S1S, because this is our path difference. So we keep this bracket to the left while this bracket we shift to the right by mathematical rules. So we get S2S minus S1S is equal to twice yd upon this is S2S plus S1S. Here we consider the distance between S1 and S2 is small d, and this small d is very small of that d. So this figure will looks like this one. इस फिगर के अंदर S1 और S2 ये बहुत ही क्लोज है एक दूसरे को. That distance which is in millimeters, while the distance between the source and the screen is too large, that is about in meters, 1 to 2 meters, that distance. So as compared to that small distance d and this distance capital D, this capital D, this capital D is very high as compared to small d. So we write as this S2S and S1S both are nearly equal to D. So this value of D we put at here. So therefore that S2S is also D and this S1S is also D. But their difference is not 0. So we keep this side will be as it is. So we get S2S plus S1S is equal to twice D, and this value we put in equation 3 as we get S2S minus S1S is equal to twice YD upon twice D. Means in that equation this S2S minus S1S is equal to, that numerator will be as it is, while that denominator becomes D plus D is equal to 2D. And we get this is one of the equation. And in that equation 2 will get cancelled and we get S2S minus S1S is equal to Y small d upon capital D. And therefore S2S minus S1S, this is nothing but the path difference. So we write that S2S minus S1S is equal to delta L, where delta L is the path difference. So therefore the equation number 4 becomes as delta L, this is our delta L is equal to Y small d upon capital D. This is the equation for path difference. Now we put this value of path difference in the conditions of bright and dark fringes. So therefore, for constructive interference, we know that path difference is always equal to integral multiple of wavelength. So we write as delta L is equal to path difference, which is equal to n lambda. Now we just prove the value of delta L as Y small d upon capital D is equal to n lambda. I put here the suffix for Y as n. Why n? Because it is the nth bright fringe. So therefore value of n will changes from 0 to infinity. When the value of n is 0, it is the central bright fringe. If the value of plus or minus 1, it is the first bright point on both sides of central bright point. In this way, this is the equation for path difference of constructive interference. So we write as from this equation Yn is equal to n capital D upon small d into lambda. So that is the Yn is equal to n lambda d upon small d. This equation we got from this equation. Similarly, for destructive interference, the path difference delta L is an odd integral multiple of half wavelength. So we write as delta L is equal to path difference and which is equal to n minus 1 upon 2 into lambda. Here n indicates that much number of dark fringe. So therefore we write the same equation as from the equation we just proved. Now in that equation the value of n will goes from plus minus 1 to infinity. The position of nth dark fringe is yn is always equal to n minus 1 upon 2 lambda into capital D upon small d. This equation can obtain from this one. Means this is the yn, this value small d upon capital D will inverse multiplied to this one, so we get this equation. In this way we got the positions and intensities of fringes. चलो अब हम देखते हैं फ्रिंज विड्थ। अभी तक हमने जितना टॉपिक देखा उसके हिसाब से ये एक पूरा एक्सपेरिमेंटल सेटअप जो है ये हमें पता है। इस एक्सपेरिमेंटल सेटअप के अंदर ए बी ये स्लिट है, S1 और S2 are the two linear sources which are at a distance small d. In front of this slit we place one of the screen which is at a distance capital D, and when the light waves coming from S1 and S2, so on that screen we get interference pattern. Suppose here we get one of the point on the screen. It may be bright or it may be dark. Let it be the one of the fringe obtained on the screen due to the light waves coming from source S1 and S2. Let the fringe obtained on the screen, it will be the nth bright fringe. So its distance from central bright fringe will be yn. Similarly, we consider the next successive bright point. If the first nth point is bright, so we consider the next successive bright, or the fringe on the screen is dark, so we consider the next successive dark. Therefore, the next fringe is of the same nature of the just successive previous point. So we see the next successive fringe will be shown on the screen, which is obtained due to light waves coming from S1 and S2. And let it will be the n plus 1th fringe. So its distance from central bright fringe will be yn plus 1. And if we take the difference between that two distances, means yn plus 1 minus yn, it will give that much distance. Means it is the distance between the two successive fringes of same nature, and as that is the distance between two successive fringes of same nature, so that distance we call it is the fringe width. So therefore we write as fringe width is equal to yn plus 1 minus yn. So we write as the distance between any two successive dark or any two successive bright fringes is called fringe width.